Hi everybody, my name's Lesley and I'm the Activities Coordinator for Sheltered Accommodation for Bolton at Home. So today I'm going to do some cooking recipes with you, and I'm going to do spring chicken in a slow cooker. I rang up some people that live in sheltered accommodation and I asked them what they wanted, and I thought about maybe doing a bolognese or a sausage casserole or a chicken casserole, and the people that live in sheltered accommodation wanted something a bit different to do with chicken. So I know most of you can make a chicken casserole. So today, and because it's spring, we're coming up to May, I thought I'd do a spring chicken recipe. So for this recipe, you need your chicken breasts, some new potatoes, a couple of carrots, some broccoli, some spring onions, and some spring greens. Now, normally I'd get spring greens in it that were already pre-chopped up, but when I went to the supermarket, they only had the stuff in the bag, so it's already chopped up for us. You might never have used this before, but this is pesto. It's made with olive oil, pine nuts and basil, and a bit of Parmesan cheese. It's really good, and this is what's going to make the recipe a little bit different to what you might be used to. You might be a bit wary using it, but trust me, it's lovely. And some stock cubes. Now, a vegetable stock cube, I bought these because these are very low in salt and they're organic. So if you're watching your blood pressure, you need something with less salt in. Don't get the Knorr ones or the supermarket own brands because they have got a lot of salt in. And then when it's all cooked and ready, we're going to have it with a bit of French stick. You also need a little bit of creme fraiche. The creme fraiche is going to make it a lot lighter. So sometimes a casserole for winter is quite heavy and a bit stodgy. This creme fraiche will make it a lot lighter and a lot more appealing when it's a bit warm weather. So this is the slow cooker that we're going to use. Some of you might have already got this slow cooker when you were doing the cook up some cash sessions, but if you've not got one, they're quite easy to buy. They're from the supermarkets. You can get one for under 20 quid. They're really, really good. I live off my slow cooker because you can batch cook, you can put it in your freezer, you can make it for your dinners the day after, so you can get something quite healthy, and it's just all in one pot. And also the advantage to these are they're quite cheap to run as well. So although they run all day, they don't use that much electricity, so they are really cheap. Now we're going to put in our stock cube and some water. So I'm going to just crumble these in. And I'm just going to put one in. Only because of your taste buds. So if you wanted a bit more flavourful, then coming to the end, have a taste of it and then add another half. But I'm just going to put one in. And then I'm going to put our magic ingredient in, our pesto. This is the one with the reduced fat, so there's not as much fat in this one. And I'm going to put a big dollop. I'm going to put 2 dollops in. And I'm going to give it a stir. Because this is what makes this casserole really tasty. So, as you can see, it's just all green. And I'm just going to pour that in carefully. Oh, I don't want it to spill over. And there's going to be a bit in bottom, which it doesn't matter. Just tip it all in because it all eventually will be mixed up. And we used about a pint of water then. And I'm just going to put the lid on. And I'm going to turn it on. And that's it. It's your one pot done. So you've got your potatoes in. So you've got your carbs, your proteins and all your vegetables. Now, depending on what time you put it on, if you're making this in the morning and you're going out all day, I'd put it on low and have it cooking for about 8 hours. But if you're putting it on at dinner time and you want it at tea time, put it on high for 4 hours. So either on low or on high. And these ones have actually got a warming function on these slow cookers. So if it's cooked, but you're not ready to eat it, so it doesn't overcook, just turn it to warm. And we're going to leave that, and when it's cooked and it's all done and your chicken's not pink and all your potatoes and all your carrots are cooked, we're going to put in a blob of creme fraiche. So I'm going to put in a big healthy blob of creme fraiche, and then we're going to stir it through. And you'll find because the chicken's cooked all the way through, it'll start breaking up. So that's why you didn't need to start chopping it up, because it'll break up itself as you start stirring it. And that's it. It's lovely. Kids love it. We love it. It's really good. Bit of crunchy bread. Later on, Bob's your uncle. So we'll come back in 4 hours' time. See you in a bit. Hiya, so I'm back, and we've wasted 6 hours. I put it on medium. That was 6 hours. I'm going to have a look at it. You ready? Oh, it's a bit steamy. It's looking pretty good. The chicken has started breaking up. I'm going to give it a bit of a stir. And I have to say, and I'm going to be dead honest here, it doesn't look the best. It really doesn't. But honestly, it tastes amazing, and it's really good for you, and it is really tasty. So I'm going to give it a stir, and then I'm going to give it another taste. I'm going to put a bit more creme fraiche in it. Needs a little bit more, I think. And I think it needs a bit more pesto, actually. So what you should do is give it a taste yourself. I'm going to put a bit more in, and I'm going to put a little bit of oxo cube in as well, because I think it needs a little bit more flavour. So this is what I mean. Taste it. When it's all cooked, taste it and add whatever you think it needs adding to, because it might need a little bit more depending on what your taste buds are. So I'm just going to put a little bit of sprinkling in. And it's really hot. And I've just had my mouth around that spoon, so I'm going to get another spoon. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to give it another stir. And the chicken is breaking up as I'm stirring it. And you might want to add a little bit more water as well, because actually it's quite good as like a bit of a really runny soup with loads of veg in as well. So you might want to make it into like a bit of a soup. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. So I'm going to dish it out into my bowl. And this is what I mean when I say it doesn't look the best. It really doesn't look the best. But honestly, trust me, it is lovely. And how easy was it? And how long did it take me to cook it? Not long at all. I'm going to get some carrots. Because don't forget, all your carrots and everything are at the bottom. So I'm going to get some more carrots in there. So, how good does that look? I know it doesn't look good, but honestly, it tastes amazing. So, I'm going to serve it with some crusty bread. And if you want, don't forget there's not much salt in here. So if you do want to add a little bit more salt and pepper in, add a little bit more salt and pepper. But like I say, it is for your taste. That is so good. I feel like Nigella standing here, but honestly, it is delicious. Give it a go, honestly. Cheap, cheerful, and it's beautiful. So give it a go. It's nice and light. It's lovely. I know it don't look it, but it is.